Oh, YouTube, you're killing me. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to what will eventually be the live stream. Oh my gosh, what a mess. YouTube was just not having it tonight. It just did not want to start this stream. It kept getting an error message. The camera wouldn't flip around. At one point they had this perfect and it was so easy to do. And then they changed a bunch of settings. Now I have to jump through a bunch of hoops to get a live stream going. Gosh dang it. Or I'm getting old. One or the other. Alright, good enough. I'm not even going to mess with that. That's fine. We're back. We're back. Had a baby. Everybody's healthy. Baby's healthy. Mom's healthy. Everybody's happy. We're starting to catch up on sleep. Baby's doing great. The channel hit 500,000 subscribers. My TikTok account somehow gained 17,000 subscribers. This all happened in 2 weeks. I thought I would be at about 490,000 subs this week and that I would still have time to prepare for the 500K event. Nope. I'm 30,000 subscribers ahead thanks to one of my videos gaining more views than any video has ever received on this channel. There was a video that generated over 1 million views in one day. One day got 1 million views. That short generated 15,000 subscribers on its own. So we are, I'm not ready at all. I'm not prepared at all to do the major 500K event. We're doing a regular giveaway tonight. I just told my patrons I'm still gathering the prizes. Machine-Wise is building a beautiful Damasteel Sonora specifically for the giveaway. I really want to get that one in here. I want to get the rest of the prizes in. I am amassing a crazy number of absolutely ridiculous knives to give away. I appreciate everybody's patience. I'm really excited. There's just so much going on, man. But we will get there. It might end up being in June. The channel could hit 600,000 before we actually do the giveaway, but we'll get it done. I just am not, I never know what's going to happen on this channel. I don't know when I'm going to wake up and, you know, the channel's going to be 5,000-10,000 ahead of where it was the day before. So, thank you so much, guys. Hay is for horses. Okay. We could maybe scoot some of these down. I don't want to mess with it. I could put some budget knives out here, but I don't know. I think it looks fine the way that it is. Thank you. Yeah, it was an old short. I mean, not an old short, but a short I made a long time ago, just out of nowhere. It was the one where the gold Reich cicada in the thumbnail just exploded. Broke the 1 day view count, broke the one video 1 day view count, and broke the total number of subs in 1 day. The peak for 1 day, it generated 5,000 subscribers in 1 day and a total of 15,000 subscribers over like 4 or 5 days. It was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that happen. Hey Conrad, hey son, how are you? Hope you're holding it. Hope you're holding down the fort. Thanks for the $5, son. Appreciate that. The Boss Eats PSYOP? Yeah, it's actually really cool. Where is that? Right here. Yeah, actually, this is an awesome knife. I love that it's a button-operated liner with a detent. It's just nice, man. The whole design is cool. LMAX, you've got the texturing here. Real cool. Real nice offering from Boss Eats. I got a couple new things. I'm also missing some things. I was really hoping to show something off tonight, and it didn't get here. Some of you know, because you saw on Instagram, what Levon was giving up. Knife Nuts Podcast sold me a very special piece from his, what he calls the vault. That's it'll easily become one of the rarest knives in my collection, but he was kind enough to let it go. It's an ultra grail for me. It's on the way. It was supposed to be here today. It's going to end up being here tomorrow. also made 2 more purchases over the last couple of days that aren't here yet. I'm building another custom shaman because I feel like it's been a while since I've done that. And I have to show you guys my new watch. Went a little bit crazy, but I did go ahead and purchase an Omega Seamaster, which has been kind of haunting my dreams for a while. And so yeah, it's hopeless. I guess I'm a watch guy now. But I'm pretty excited about that one. You'll get a video of all that. Yeah. Now you need a sailboat and a scuba. I know. Yeah, I got the watch. Now I need a boat and a tank. I feel like nothing was happening for so long in the knife world, and like so much happened all at once. So much. I know, right? I didn't realize until right before I bought the watch that Pierce Brosnan wore I think it was the most previous generation, or maybe 2 generations back, of Omega Seamaster in GoldenEye. He wore a blue quartz Omega Seamaster. And that was the first time watch people and James Bond people, you correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's when the James Bond franchise transitioned from Rolex to Omega. Am I right? Something like that. Just so everybody knows, tonight is not, I'm just going to kind of update people periodically. Tonight is not the 500K event. I have some of the prizes. 2 of the prizes are actually out here right now. One of the prizes is going to be a full titanium USA CPM 3V AD20. That's the real deal. Not the 20.5 made in Taiwan. This is the big monster boy in full titanium scales that were custom made by Original Goat. So, somebody will end up with that. That's a nice guy there. And then we have a half dress Ishtar in a Lama Damax. Beautiful mirror edge, Lama Damax blade, purple gray scales with some nice milling there. That's about a $1,700 knife. Will also be one of the prizes. There are many more prizes, and all of them are in the same territory in terms of value. Yeah, the 500K event will be. I'm trying to create the craziest giveaway in terms of knives that's ever been seen on YouTube. That's my goal, is to create the absolute most insane giveaway that's ever been seen. Thank you very much, Lucifer, for that donation. Super kind. This gift of money is to go towards Baby Complex's first pocket knife. I will remember this. I'll remember this. All of us are proud of you. This week's purchases were Spimito, and the Hinder Urbala song, Spaghetti Wizards, Razor Swords. That's awesome. I like how we've collectively become the thing that I used to... It was a word that I used as a weapon against people that were being trolls. Now we're just Spaghetti Wizards. We were knights, and we've all transitioned to Spaghetti Wizards together, so thank you. I feel like I give away stuff every week, so I really have to, I gotta come through and give away some absolutely ridiculous stuff. I want the giveaway knives to be so insane that people question whether or not the giveaway is real. My goal, it would be my dream come true to find a Reddit post of somebody saying, there's no way he's actually giving that stuff away. That's my goal. I would love to find out, the equivalent of that guy has to be on steroids, but for a knife giveaway. That's what I want. And I want to do that because I want to give back to the community who helped me build this channel to this absolutely ridiculous number. I want to give very special knives away, and I'm really excited about it. It needs to be complete. I need to have the knives here. They all have to be here. There's going to be a couple of things out of my personal collection, and there's going to be a bunch of awesome stuff from other people, but I got to have it all together. Somebody said, I'm giving away the arch nemesis. I'm not giving away the arch nemesis. That was a gift from my wife for my 5-year anniversary. It's going to be crazy, but I'm not giving away my arch nemesis. You like good quality, but you love quantity. There's going to be both. There's going to be a lot of really nice knives. And they are going to go to individual winners. I'm not going to do that thing where I give, well, I'm not going to give multiple thousands of dollars of knives away for, to one person. But multiple people are going to win knives that cost over $1,000. That's for sure. How does my wife feel about me being famous? My wife does not care, and I don't. It's really hard for me to say that, to read that sentence out loud, because I don't know if I don't like thinking that I'm famous. That's difficult for me to comprehend or say, and I don't think my wife considers me famous. She just is like, yeah, you got a lot of people who watch your YouTube thing. Have I encountered fans in the wild? Yeah, 3 times. Once while I was at the grocery store, and a guy stopped me, and I had a guy at the gym. Just people, a couple of people here in town who have figured it out, and they've very cautiously and casually come up and been like, do you have a YouTube channel? Just a couple of times, but they're super nice. Talk to them, real nice, as chill people. So it was fun to talk with people. Still waiting on your first MC win. Have faith. Have faith. Your night could be tonight. Man, so I gotta say, because the most recent, thanks for that donation there for the memberships. Let me start this off by saying that I love my live stream community, and I absolutely love the community of people who regularly watches my long form content. This is the core of my community. I very much respect this part of the community. I love interacting with you guys. I love arguing with you guys. You guys are all great. The part of the community that I don't respect so much is the massive population that comes from YouTube Shorts, and very specifically is just like dropping trash on my, like, let me say this. There were 30,000 new subscribers very quickly, and they all came from YouTube Shorts. And I crapped on a lot of people. I got in arguments and dunked on people and shut people down. I got a little aggressive a few times in YouTube Shorts, and I looked at that. I said, man, I'm really getting after these ding-dongs coming from YouTube Shorts. And after thinking about it, I had some time to think and reflect. And I thought, you know what? Every single one of you NPC hive mind ding-dongs deserved everything that I said. Gosh dang it. If you came from YouTube Shorts and you're watching this live stream and you didn't just pop in and drop the standard trash that we see on Instagram and short form content, if you didn't do that and you came here to enjoy my channel, God bless you. You're awesome. But man, the number of absolutely brain dead takes I get on YouTube Shorts, it's like, man, I love getting new subscribers, but it's so hard to deal. I'm joking around. I'm so sorry. I tried to word that in the funniest way possible, and it came off as like really, really mean. Congrats on the baby and 500K. Can't wait to sit in anticipation and not win anything. But also, did you end up grabbing SPD Derico? I'm loving mine. No, I didn't, and it's because I ran my budget out. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, realistically, like, I'm trying to make you guys laugh, but I deal with the people who come from YouTube Shorts very differently because it's very obvious. The typical personality, and I mean like hyper typical. It's like this is the exact same. It's like a duplicate personality in the tens of thousands. People who watch short form content and discover the knife world for the very first time via YouTube Shorts, they all have the same mentality. I've never seen anything like this. It's all incredibly expensive. This entire community is stupid. I know more than the community, and I'm going to make sure that they know. And that's what they do. They drop in and they try to educate everybody all at once with basically absolutely zero insight. And I have no respect for that whatsoever. And so I get pretty mean. But I know that there are a few people from YouTube Shorts who come in here and they think, maybe I don't have all the information. Maybe I don't have a complete perspective. Maybe there's a larger community. Maybe there's more information for me to find out. And to those people, I salute you. Thank you very much for having a level head and drop a bunch of DLC stuff. So, yeah, just be watching out for that. You do have to be 18 years of age or older to enter, but if you have parents or any adult that can enter for you, then yeah, tell them. Just be like, hey, like show up to this weird stream thing at this time. Or leave a comment and then like log in at this, whatever. I mean, you guys know the drill. $300 knife is a grail knife for you? I mean, yeah, $300, that's a lot of money. So it's, yeah, like I get it. I've got knives to give away in that price range, so for sure. What do I think about the SIOP? I think it's awesome. Have you seen the budget CKF Echo Troll? Yeah, I have seen that. Actually, that looks pretty good. I think that looks really cool. How do you enter? Right here, bud. How to enter? Leave a link in the description. I'm sorry. Leave a link in the description. How? No, there is a link in the description, and then you just open the description and click. It says enter here. Click on it. Leave a comment. It's just to keep all the comments in one place. Congrats on half subscribers. Say thank you. 500,000. Thank you. Now we're on the road to 1 million now. I keep saying Melissa Midwest is obviously going to beat me to the first, like, pure knife YouTuber to ever hit 1 million. I'm pretty sure she's going to be the first in history, the first pure knife content creator to hit 1 million. She's going to beat me, and she deserves it. But I will be very happy with second or even third place if somebody else gets there. Hey, it's not easy to do this creating knife content. That's wild that there are even 500,000 people who are interested enough, right? What should compete with Melissa by branching into mountain biking? I think she would kick my ass. I don't think I would be very good. I think Melissa's quite a bit more athletic than I am. I don't know that I would want to do any physical competition with her. I think I'd lose. At some point I'll try to do a knife guy episode if she wants to, where she's a guest and we can talk knives and stuff. She's a lot more into fixed blades and stuff like that, she has a whole like area of expertise that is way outside of my normal realm. So it would be fun to find out what she likes to collect and what her perspective is, and just compare and contrast. I'd like to go back to having guests in general on the channel. I'd like to get Tri-State back in here. I'd like to talk with Nick Shabazz again. I'd love to talk with the Knife Nuts podcast crew again. I'd love to talk with Best Damn EDC, which I've never done, but I text him periodically and we just talk kind of behind the scenes. Everyday City Carry Rye. I'd still like to talk with Pete, even though he's in a different time zone. There's a lot of people I'd love to talk with that I haven't done yet. Is Melissa, am I saying the wrong thing? Hold on. I keep saying Melissa Midwest. Who's Melissa Midwest? That's the wrong person. That has something to do with Melissa Backwoods. Yeah, Melissa Backwoods. Melissa Backwoods. I live in the Midwest. Sorry. I had there was a guy, one of my first comments on, this was just the other day. It's probably where my brain was at. So my TikTok has grown to like 16 or 17,000 followers because of a viral video there. And there was a guy who called me a city boy, and I said, I live in the Midwest. I was like, oh great, so TikTok is going to be just like YouTube Shorts. Oh, the ARRPM9 stuff? Yeah, I shouldn't have put the word drama in the that's why I put it in quotes. It's not really drama. So I made a community post about, sorry, let me get it. I have to get another beer or Gatorade. I made a community post because I thought Laren Thomas's research and his overall video covering ARRPM9 and what it was and what it wasn't was extremely helpful. I didn't know. This is all stuff that, like, somebody like me, I can't know. I don't have the background that he does. A lot of what I do is, a lot of what a lot of us do is based on assumption and trust with these companies. And if you haven't watched the video, let me say this. You need to watch Laren's video. You gotta watch it. Don't go look at the thumbnail and assume what it's about. The problem is, as soon as I posted the video, it's a picture of a blade that is split into multiple sections. These splits were done intentionally. He cut the blade open to look at the composition. So many people are not watching the video. They're just looking at the thumbnail, assuming that Laren Thomas is dunking all over ARRPM9 and saying it's garbage because the blade broke, which is not true. That's not the context of the video at all. He cut the blade open and goes through scientifically and looks at it. The question was, it's advertised as a powder form steel. Is it actually powder formed? His conclusion was no, it's more than likely spray formed. They also said in the marketing that it had rare earth elements in it, and by Laren's definition of rare earth elements, it does not contain that. And certainly not 9 overall, like where the 9 comes from. So he said, this is false advertising, but it's a very important quote of that video was Laren saying, it's more than likely that they just didn't know what they were talking about, and not that there was malicious intent or that they were trying to trick people. And so many people were just so ready to crucify Artisan Cutlery without watching the video. And in the community tab, I talked with multiple people. I was like, you guys are clearly not watching the video. You're just looking at the thumbnail and judging it. You gotta be willing to sit down and just pay attention for 15 minutes, which I know plenty of you, most of you, I think, are capable of doing that, but so many people don't. I got a funny feeling it's a lot of people who come from YouTube Shorts. If it's not a 30-second video of a cat, getting stuck in a fishbowl, then it's not worth their attention. So it's like, if you're not going to sit down and watch the video, then don't give perspective on it, because all you're doing is just spreading misinformation. Laren Thomas is a huge gift to the community. If he's going to take the time to study this stuff and dissect it so that we can better understand it, then we should at least, like give him the honor and give of just like sitting down and paying attention to what he's saying for 15 minutes. Could you post a cat in a fishbowl, please? Those admittedly, I do get distracted by stuff like that. Like, I love scrolling short content as much as the next person, but it has such a negative impact on our attention span. It's so bad. I love it, and I'm absolutely I'm a hypocrite because I definitely do that. But the human attention span over the last 10 years has dramatically decreased. I had this one guy was like, "So you're just trolling your audience for views?" That was his response when I posted the video, and I was like, "What? How can that possibly be the conclusion you're coming to?" Me posting a video that somebody else created on their channel and linking it and saying go watching it is me, and I, because this guy, like, his perspective was based on a blade breaking, or his opinions were based on the thumbnail, what he assumed was a blade breaking, which is something that'll happen to any super hard composition if you abuse it, right? I was like, no, you didn't watch it, and I corrected you. And he's like, so you're just trolling your audience for views. And I was like, I don't get the views. The views go to Larry Thomas's channel. I'm just trying to, I want people to see this. I review a lot of artisan cutlery knives, and a lot of you guys buy a lot of knives in ARRPM9, right? And just so you know, the conclusion of this video, the context, the main context, aside from everything that he said about what it was and what it wasn't, it is, they advertised it as a powder formed 9CR 18 MOV, and he said, no, it's more like a spray form. The spray form is kind of in between, the benefits are kind of in between ingot and powder form. The powder formation doesn't really improve edge retention hardly at all over an ingot composition. So a spray form is hardly any different anyway. It's just slightly tougher. But the way that they presented it was just incorrect. So it's not like Artisan Cutlery, gave us like 420J and said that it was something else. I mean, it's still a reasonable steel for the price point. He just corrected what they had incorrect. And it's important that people understand that so that they don't, get their pitchforks and their torches out and just start attacking Artisan Cutlery. I think it was an honest mistake. But I think companies like Artisan Cutlery, the people behind their marketing should obviously do their research before they introduce a new steel to the community. Because people like me, I had no idea. I thought if they say it's powder formed, like nobody's, up until Larry Thomas, we all thought it was powder formed. Probably, but the marketing that he cited in his video, they had an English guy doing them, it was in English. So they definitely have people on their marketing team who speak English, but I'm sure things might get mixed up along the way. It's like a spray form 440B. It's nothing incredibly special, but it's okay. It has similar edge retention to 440C, and it's got reasonable toughness. What I don't want people to take away from that is that ARRPM9 is bad. It's not bad. It was just mislabeled. It's not inappropriate for the price point. Now, I don't love the idea of buying knives that cost over $100 in ARRPM9, but is it inappropriate around the $50, $60 territory? No. It's just, they just didn't have it labeled correctly. And because Larry Thomas is a professional, he's able to identify that for the rest of us. When am I going to show the SBD Derico? As soon as I get a hold of one, I definitely will. ASF7, I think, is what he said it would be more appropriately named, because it has to be, instead of Artisan Rare Powder Metallurgy 9, it's only got 7 of the elements, and so it would be Artisan Spray Form 7. It's what he said it should be. Larry Thomas has a way of talking that's very factual, but there's a couple of subtle sarcastic notes in there. He's so technical and so intelligent, but a couple of his comments, I just was laughing really hard. The guy's obviously hyper intelligent. But it's definitely, it's worth a watch. I love that he is here to go, no, this is wrong. It's so helpful to have somebody like him in the community. I have no doubt that if Laren Thomas was a computer, if he was an AI and we could feed him everything I've ever said on this channel, he would come out rubbing his temples and just being like, oh God, so much of this is only partially accurate. And he would, I mean, he'd be right. Like, I'd have no choice but to go, like, you got to correct me, man. So. Has anyone sharpened ARRPM? All I've ever done is stropped it. And I mean, like, I don't, you know, the way that I treat steel and the way that I use knives is hardly, like, there's no way for somebody like me to really, the only thing I notice is when, like, some of the higher end steels last longer. Like Maximate, for example, like, that definitely, holy moly. My Maximate Para 3 stayed sharp longer than anything. That knife was nuts. But I also just really don't want it. And it's like completely resistant now to the strop. It doesn't want to strop it. I know I'm going to have to take the stones to it, and I know it's going to be a nightmare to get a good edge back on it. I love the people in the community who do the sharpening and the testing and the cut tests and stuff like that. That's a lot of hard work that I'm just not willing to do. And even if I was willing to do it, I mean, like, there's people who are so much more practiced. Like, it would take me years to get up to the level of some of those people providing better information. And it's just not my, you know, I'm going to stay in my lane and let those guys do their thing. They're better at it, you know. Parker Campbell, thank you very much for your donation. MC, glad to hear everyone is healthy and well. Question, have you heard any news regarding the monochrome EDC Axiom? Hold on a sec. Just need a picture. Oh yeah, I think so that guy was happy that I unboxed it, but he was like, didn't I review it? He was like, it's canceled for now because he had some other stuff come up, I believe. But I don't think he's abandoning the project. I think it's just life caught up, you know, life happens. We're gonna run exactly 10 minutes late tonight because I started 10 minutes late. So you're gonna have to suffer me for 10 minutes. You are not prepared. You. For the people in here, I know that I have a lot of heavy metal fans in here, right? And that's a broad term. I'm painting with broad strokes because I know people who are super into metal, they do not like it when all of that music is lumped together. So just understand that I don't care, and I'm going to call it heavy metal. Who was absolutely blown away by Falling in Reverse's release of Ronald? I went in blind. I was in the gym, and I got this notification, and I saw the thumbnail, and it said that it was released like 8 hours ago. And I was like, oh, awesome, new Falling in Reverse. Boy, I was not ready for that. I was not ready. Do I want to ruin it? If you have not heard the song yet, click off the live stream and go listen to it. Spoiler, I'm about to ruin it. Go listen to it and don't look at the chat. All right, I've given you enough time, right? So if you're still here, it's on you. The collaboration was Ronnie Radke, Alex Terrible, and Tech9. What? Tech9? Oh my God, I was not expecting Tech9 and absolutely brutal breakdowns. Absolutely insane. Alex Terrible at the end. I almost didn't catch the mask falling into the lava. Oh my God. Going from Tech9, like crazy rap, to Ronnie Radke, like multi-octave, spiraling out of control, like that, and then like the going to hell and the massive Brenna, super harsh vocals. That was unbelievable. I know, we love Tech9 in Kansas City. He wrote Red Kingdom for us. That's an anthem here. So I'm not even, that's KC, Missouri. I just consider myself in Kansas part of, because it's called Kansas City, which is in Missouri, which is very confusing. but we claim him. First Tech 9 song, I was in middle school. Absolute power. Oh my gosh. As a kid, I was like, what is this music? This is amazing. Please show Dirac. Anything you're super excited for in 2024? Yes, absolutely. A lot of secret stuff. That's my bronze Dirac. I would buy another Dirac if they did a, like, sort of a stonewashed or a shiny DLC. But this is the big one, the Dirac Delta. And it's a little twangy, but it is an awesome OTF. Sorry. I brought the knife guy back for an episode. So Sunday morning, you're going to get a very long 25-minute rant about exactly what we were talking about at the beginning. The ARRPM9 and Laren Thomas and people not actually watching the video and how poisonous that is for our community. How important it is for people to have full context before they start talking about it and spreading the wrong information. And it was pretty dramatic. I got real sassy. But I did do a knife guy episode on that topic. And I also linked his video both in the description and right at the top of the comments, because I think ironically, the vast majority of people will not take the time to listen to me talk. They'll go right to the comments, assuming context, which is the exact problem that I'm talking about. And I figured, well, if they're going to do that, I might as well have his video down there so that they can at least potentially end up watching the video that I'm talking about. The whole goal of that episode on Sunday morning will be to push more traffic to that video. The more people who understand where he's coming from, the better. Thoughts on the meth witch? I don't even know what that is. That sounds terrible. Too many steps, too much thought. I understand the need for convenience, and we're also conditioned to it. There's also like it's almost a plague going around where like people don't like to find out that they can't learn everything there is to know about a subject in like 30 seconds. People don't like to find out that it does take effort and research. Like, everybody likes to assume that everything is overblown. That's the problem with the YouTube Shorts people who discover channels like mine. They view pocket knives as a simple object, so it couldn't possibly be more complicated than they perceive it in that exact moment. So when new information is presented, the natural reaction is to completely block it out and assume that everybody who is involved with this more complex side of things is just an idiot. And they, the consumers of 15-second content, know better, which is awful. It's just stupid. It's okay to not like pocket knives, but just to assume that things could never be more complicated than you perceive them right then and there in that moment, having just discovered that there might be more information. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm clearly butthurt. I'm clearly bothered by it. Opinion on Smith & Wesson knives? They don't make very good knives. But I'll tell you what. It's like I always say, Owen, if you have a Smith & Wesson knife and it's been working for you, that's all that matters. I mean, I'm a knife snob. So I'm going to always tell people, I'm going to direct them towards things that I consider to be of higher quality. But if the knife that you have in your pocket has been doing everything that you've wanted it to do, and it hasn't failed on you, it hasn't broken, it hasn't injured you, it hasn't harmed you in any way, if it's only been a benefit, then you're good to go. I think it's silly to tell people that they must level up their EDC game when it's not necessary. I think a lot of people assume that my channel is like I'm gonna jam more expensive stuff down your throat. People who watch my channel know that that's not true. But like, you don't need to upgrade if you don't have to. You just, like, if it's working, then you should keep. If you have a $5 pocket knife and if you got an Ozark Trail in your pocket and it's been working for you, then you should just you just keep it and keep using it. It's great, you know? You had a $10 Winchester multi-tool for 10 years and you lost it. Dude, $10 that lasts you 10 years? That's amazing. Is the armor worth $300? If you desire an overbuilt knife, if you are aware that the thicker materials will not benefit you in any meaningful way, you understand that thicker geometry is actually going to hinder you in daily cutting tasks, if you like titanium and M390, and you're interested in the value of this combination versus what we typically see as competition, then yes. Outside of that, very specifically, no, because you're paying $300 for something that's just going to hinder you. But if you're like me and you're like, ooh, fun, it's fun. It's like a big, stupid brick of titanium and M390. It's a big, ironic luxury tank. Then yeah, you'll love it. It's really cool. It's important to make that distinction, though. Man, I must be behind. I took like a week off of, you know, the knife world, and you guys are mentioning all these models that I've never even heard of. I missed your super chat. I'm sorry, Goku. Can I send you my SBD Jericho after? Oh yeah, for sure. I'll send you the Mech Force back. So Goku, I gotta reiterate. I love the idea of the Mech Force, and I know you watched that video. I'm sure you watched it front to back. I really love that model. I just want it. It's just like I said in the video. It has the potential to be so great, and they really effed it in the B. It's just really laid it down and gave it the business. Like, god dang, high octane, pumped it full. It was really, it just made me mad because it's such a cool looking knife, you know. So I really felt bad. You sent it in, and I just like crapped all over it. But I tried to be really specific. It's a great knife, but the inlay is the big glaring issue. Yeah, man, can you imagine if that thing was like held in with magnets? Somebody said that in the unboxing, which again is why I love interacting with people who are really part of the knife community. When I do unboxings, people give me such valuable insights that I can use in the review and share with other people. And I don't credit you guys enough, and I really should do that. You guys are very much responsible. A lot of my insights that I pass off as like my own are not. They're insights that you give me. So, thank you. Show the Oz? Yeah. 63, 64 Rockwell Magna Cut. Hey, so I just did a tour. It was like a shop along at Blade HQ. You guys will get that tomorrow morning. The PDW Invictus is back at Blade HQ. That's the ProTech one, the automatic. And people always ask me about that knife. I have the Gathering 12 one with the green button. People always ask me about that. It's the ProTech and PDW Invictus, or Prometheus Design Works Invictus collaboration. It's an awesome auto. But the newest one is much more expensive, and in Magna Cut, it's like $350, $360. Blade HQ has that thing listed at 59 HRC, and I have a hard time believing that ProTech would harden Magna Cut to 59. Are you guys with me? That has to be a Blade HQ error. I talked about that because I see so many goof ups on Blade HQ's listings. There's no way that ProTech would harden Magna Cut to 59. No, there's no way. I need to confirm that with the ProTech guys, but I just really don't. I have a hard time pinning that on ProTech. I love Blade HQ, but I mean, to be fair, they have a lot of listings to manage. Ouch. Oh, a burp came halfway up and I swallowed it. There we go. Ouch. That was a wild experience. Almost died. But yeah, 69 is better. Okay. It says you can't see. Yeah, there's no way. It's got, I would agree. Soup is Tasty 5, I think, probably has it right. That sounds more like ProTech to me. I think they might be playing it safe at 61 to 62. They do, to my knowledge, have an excellent warranty, and since they have to honor that, I would imagine they'd play it a little bit safe and hover around there. You get it too hard and you get goofballs that are like, I bought a ProTech, I'm going to immediately go out and take apart my lawnmower with it, right? So 61, 62 is probably more accurate. Okay, so they have other listings of Magnica, and they're 61. Is that what you're saying? No, it's not. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. I just saw it. Yeah, and it's right here. Here, look. I'll link it in chat. You guys can go look at it. So that link right there, if you look at the steel on that listing, it says Magnica and 59, and there's no way. I think it's just wrong. I think somebody was just like, you know what? It's 5 o'clock. I'm just gonna put 59. I'm just gonna cause an uproar. Hey, 1,000 people in here. What is up? We just crossed 1,000 people watching live at 47 minutes. Thank you so much for taking time out of your beautiful, hopefully beautiful May evening. Oh, here's something interesting I wanted to share with you guys. Now that I'm on both Instagram and TikTok, I have double the short form. Oh, and YouTube Shorts. I have triple the short form content blown in my face all the time. The current trend is to show, because we've had, this is a huge storm surge across the Midwest, and of course states like Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas, we have our usual round of tornado footage. We have had some pretty extreme weather. It's on the higher side, right? But the current trend is to showcase tornado footage, and it's like blowing everyone's mind as if they've never seen a tornado before. And it is horrific, and obviously people suffer, and I don't mean to downplay that. It is awful. It's very terrible. It's a very real thing. But social media has pushed the perspective that this is a sign of the apocalypse, as if tornadoes have never existed before now, and now they exist, and everybody should start stocking up on canned lentils and prepare for the end. What? Like, they've been really bad, but I just, it's so weird to see that. I mean, they're all still within the standard Fujita scale, F1 to F, or now it's EF1 to EF5, which is measured more on damage than wind speed, which I don't like. I hate to steer this conversation in a weird direction. I want to talk about tornadoes for a second. I don't like that they changed the Fujita scale to measure damage and not wind speed, because the most potentially dangerous tornadoes are the ones that are spinning the fastest, right? I think it was Moore, Oklahoma, Xenia, like the ones that were spinning the fastest, I think that was technically measured at a 302 mile per hour wind speeds plus or minus 15, which interestingly, I think it was the Xenia tornado, was technically the only tornado in history that was ranked F6 when it was originally part of the Fujita scale. I went down a weird rabbit hole. But then they decided that F6 is technically inconceivable, and then they altered the Fujita scale to include the Xenia tornado as F5. So it was a forced downgrade. I did not know this. I always, as a kid, assumed F6 was impossible. At one point, the Xenia tornado was actually ranked F6. It was wild. The Fujita scale. Did the same thing with Andrew. I mean, obviously, like, ranking tornadoes by damage, like the actual damage they cause, is fine. That's a hindsight ranking. I just find that odd. It's like if the warning system, it's like, I would want to know, like, if someone, like, told me after, like, my house is destroyed, and they're like, oh, yeah, dude, that was an EF5. I'm like, great. Well, like, but I want to know how powerful it is before it hits. I want to know if I'm going to lose shingles or if my house is going to be ripped off the foundation, you know? If you don't live in an area with tornadoes, I'm just going to let you know, like, a tornado, like, spinning at 300 miles an hour will turn everything to powder. It's not a nuclear blast, but I mean, as far as weather goes, like, that is the most destructive thing, like really focused. Like, that's the most horrific thing that can, like a centralized spot. Live 30 minutes from Xenia. So you probably know the lore on Xenia. I did not know about the Xenia tornado. I thought that was so interesting that it was the only tornado in history to ever be ranked as, it technically crossed the line. It was over, they estimated over 315 miles per hour, or over 317, which was the cap of F5. 302, man. That's wild. The Moore, Oklahoma, they said the vortex above, it was like 50 feet above the ground or something. They estimated 315. That's crazy, man. Be cool to visit Oz. Yeah, there's nothing out here, man. Have you ever driven through Midwestern Kansas? Has anybody ever made that? Has anybody ever gone from Colorado to Missouri or Missouri to Colorado? I think, yeah, you poor souls driving on I-70. I mean, west to east, it gets better. But, man, if you have to go east to west, if you have to go from Missouri to Oklahoma, or from Missouri to Colorado, God, that's awful. It's so bad. Okay, so here's some new news. Chris in Texas, I believe you because you're from Texas. I'm going to read this. It was one of 2 tornadoes to ever be classified as F6 before Dr. Ted Fujita capped the scale at F5, dismissing the existence of F6 tornadoes. He decided that F6 was too terrifying, too inconceivable, and he just verbally downgraded the scale. So that's really interesting. Was it both Moore and Xenia? Was Moore classified as F6? That's interesting. I thought it was only Xenia. The legendary Xenia. That's such an epic. Just sounds crazy. The legendary F6 of Xenia. God, that's like an actual, like, it's not funny. Like, people died. It's not funny at all, but it's terrifying to think about. That something that powerful naturally occurred. The tornado footage, the real tornado footage, like, people are super confused now because so many people have never seen something like that in such high definition. So many people think that the footage is fake. And it's like, no, dude, that's what a tornado looks like up close. A lot of people didn't know that tornadoes can be over 2 miles wide. They can be. There's nothing you can do. If that thing's coming at you, there's nothing you can do. Hunker down. Number 5, vertical top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the Peter Carey collab. This is the Nitro OG. So I'm just going to let you guys know this has the special sauce. When I refer to Wee's special sauce, this is clearly one of their newly manufactured knives that has this one's, it's in the same line as the GTC Wee Solid and the other one, the Cybernetic. The ones that are very obviously built different. It's over $300, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think this one's deserving of the price tag. This is a wild knife. It's also huge. The pictures don't do it justice. It's beautiful. Look at the bolster. Dude. This is so nice. It is and the action is superb. It's so good, man. Peter Carey, yeah. Look at the Cayman. And look at the Demco scales up close. Sure, yeah. These are done by Original Goat in the United States. Beautiful. This is going to be one of the prizes for my 500K event. Full titanium CPM 3V USA. Not the little guy from Taiwan. No, the real deal. The one everybody wants. That'll be one. I bought that directly from Original Goat. All right, I have to go to the bathroom. What time is it? Oh, we got time. I'll be right back. I have to share with you guys a proud dad moment. So my kids, I have 3 kids now. One of them's a very new baby, but the 2 older ones are 8 and about to be 6. And we convinced them to use their movie nights 3 weeks in a row to watch the original Lord of the Rings, like the first, not the Hobbit, but the Lord of the Rings. And those kids sat and watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies front to back and absolutely loved them. A couple of inappropriate scenes that we had to cover their eyes, right? A couple of decapitations weren't super, a couple of impalings and beheadings we had to censor, but they did watch those movies front to back, and I think comprehended them decently well, especially my son. And I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. Return of the King is my favorite movie of all time. And I was so pumped that they were into them. They had questions. We watched and we talked about it. So cool. So cool, man. And then I told them, so you guys want to watch The Hobbit now? Which, they're not nearly as good, but I still like them. And they were like, yeah, so I'm hoping that we get to do that as well. So, funny enough, we watched the extended Fellowship of the Rings. They sat there for like 4 hours. And then my wife and I talked, and I was like, do we really, these are so long. Because I didn't want the kids staying up until like 11. So the first one, they legitimately watched the extended version of Fellowship, and then Two Towers and Return of the King, they watched the standard versions. I'm sure, they'll watch them again. Oh, they're big fans of Gollum. They thought he was pretty interesting. I told them, I was like, Gollum is like, how old is Gollum? He's like over 1,000 years old. He's got to at least be like 700 years old. Hold on, I'm going to Google it. How old is Gollum? He lived in the mountains for 400 years. Okay, so he's like 400 years old. Okay. 600 years? Okay, well, somewhere in there. He's old. He looks like it. We had a janitor in high school who looked exactly like Gollum. Super nice guy, but I just remember thinking like, man, that guy looks like Gollum. $2 worth of money on Amazon nights. I've been there. I've had some late nights on Amazon and definitely blew $200. I haven't talked about the Shiro Grow Up. So this is one of my most recent acquisitions. This is the newest generation of Shiro Grow Up F95NS, which is a different line, I guess. I'm still doing research on this, but this is the new F95, like the full, I don't know. The NS, this version is thinner. which a lot of people would look at as a huge benefit. This knife is superior. This is black Technicarbo. M390 has a perfect detent. It's definitely better than this one. It also has a superior action. The blade stock is thinner, and so the cutting edge is going to be thinner. And it is an overall absolutely beautiful knife. However, it cost me $1,100. So if you want to ask me, as a buyer of this knife, Recon 1 didn't cut me any deals. I just bought it. Is that knife worth $1,100? No. Good Lord. That is way... Shirogorov is out of their gourd. That's an $800 or $900 knife. $1,100. That's nuts. I mean, I said I'll take it, but that's not $1,100. F95 or F3NS? F3NS all day. The F3NS is the best knife that Shirogorov has ever made, and it's also the best value. I think you can still get those for $900, and I fully believe they're worth that. The most complete build is the F3NS. 500 max? No, I disagree with you. I disagree. Shirogorov knives are definitely above. They're definitely above that territory. That's not a $500 knife. But it's not an $1,100 knife. I mean, you can take my word or not. I've handled a lot of knives. I've handled knives, from $20 up to about $7,000. And a lot of them. It's definitely in that $800-900 territory, but it's not $1,100. Just like Rockstead, the Rockstead Higo 2 is not a $1,600 knife. Is it worth over $1,000? Yeah, I think so. I think that's in there. They're definitely a step up. There's more work involved, and it's very noticeable. But I mean, you can disagree with me. I'm not the authority on every. You can just be like, I don't really care. So what? You have 500,000 subs. That doesn't mean anything. That's perfectly fair. I don't make the rules. I just give you guys my opinions. You bought yours for $1,300 from a small retailer. Wow. You're this? Hey man, if you love it, then it's $1,300 well spent. If you love it and it makes you happy, all right. But I just think, generally speaking, trying to be like objective, I think that's way too much. But hey, if you're happy, you're happy. I don't hate it. The price was was gross. Yeah, Recon 1 is where I buy my Shiros. Do I like shoes? I'm not really. I mean, like when I buy shoes, my range is like $70 to $100. Like if I buy a pair of shoes, that's where I'm shopping. I buy dad Nikes. I'll buy an $80 pair of Nikes, just casual Nikes, no problem. But I don't spend more than that usually. What is the best to fidget? The AD20 is great. The Winter Blade Co. Factor is excellent. The Riot XO Gravity Knife is excellent for fidgeting. Here's one. I think this is the Mag Blade. Magnets. What the heck? This thing is wild, man. It's cool. I mean, it's got a little bit of play in this position, but it's also kind of a wild concept. It is absolutely, like, it's not locked, but, like, because you have to hold it, it's not going to, if you push really, well, actually, pressure on the blade doesn't do anything. You have to push the handle back. It's cool. All blades should be satin finish. I don't know about that there, big guy. I don't know about that there, Barry. But if you like satin finish, I think that's okay. That's a preference. It's got no clip. Yeah, it's a bummer. Every now and then I get somebody trying to argue with me that no clip is better than a clip. And again, I think if that's been working for you, that's fine. But I would I would aggressively disagree. I had a guy trying to tell me, his argument was, some of us are country boys. And we carry a firearm and a knife, so a clip is inconvenient. And I was like, what kind of argument is that? What do you mean? You're a country boy, so you don't put a clip on your knife. What? The end of that story is he had a hard time explaining himself. Imagine that. I mean, you can carry a knife without a clip. And again, if it works, it works. But like, come on. The vast majority of people want a pocket clip on their pocket knife. There's a buck 110 in titanium. Maybe I'll finally look at it. No, he said probably carries in a sheath. No, he was talking about just like a folding knife. He just like lays it in his pocket so it can potentially be horizontal at the butt. That's the worst feeling is when you're carrying a knife without a clip and it falls to the bottom of your pocket horizontally. And then you sit down with it. Imagine that for a second. Let me paint that picture for you. You have a old school, you have a buck 110 in your front pocket. Just like you're just like a goon carrying a buck 110 in your front pocket with no clip, and it goes horizontal at the bottom of the pocket, and then you sit down in your tight Wranglers. Ah! That's terrible. That's awful. No. Come on. You're only going to live, like, if you're healthy, you're going to live around 80 years. You want to spend a good chunk of your life with a horizontal buck 110 in the front pocket of your Wranglers? God. My final upload will be a detailed review of the buck 110. What time is it? Oh, let's get this going, guys. Let's get the knives out. I'll do the knives real quick. The Anax Reich-built Microtech authorized integral Anax. So I always test my memory. We have the Sharp by Design. This is the second generation of Evo Typhoon and Damasteel. This is a very special knife for me. We have the SMF Performance all tie. Develop lock stick and then win away. I can confirm if you're, this is a rare Strider with a perfectly centered blade. But I can confirm that if these do develop lock stick, they do go away. Mine had a horrible lock stick for a bit and it went away. Demco 8020 USA with custom original goat scales. Herman Dragonfly in full DLC, and I believe M398. Yeah, M398 there. That's a sexy boy there. Ishtar Half Dress Alema Damax. That's one of the 500K giveaway knives. $1,700 knife. Felipe Georget and Custom Knife Factory FIF 20. Zircotai, carbon fiber, bronze scales, M390. Super smooth. A new favorite, if you got to get in on this when he decides to drop it. This is a MagnaCut Rain from TW Price. Textured titanium, MagnaCut inset titanium lock bar with steel lock bar insert. God, I love that. I just love that so much. This is a super nice knife. I think they're going to be about $315. Not bad. Mag Blade, that's the one we showed with the magnets. OG Nitro from Wee and Peter Carey. CKF Rodden Evo 3. I spit, sorry. In the shiny DLC. Best one they've ever done. Full titanium. Factory. Full titanium. Well, it's a factory scale. Knife Center exclusive XM24 Harpoon Spanto and CPM 20 CV. Sugarloaf F95. Oh, not the Zero. It's the newest, most premium version of the F95 frame lock. The F95NS, which I'm learning is a different breed, I guess. I forget what this one's called. This is Wee's new weird guy that's like 9 1/4 inches. I love this knife. $90. Nitro V. almost a dagger blade, more of just like a spear point. It's just like a deep swedge. Really cool. The double layered G10. I love this style with the guard. I think that's so cool. Really, really fun knife for 90 bucks. Oz Machine Company Roosevelt XL, which is probably the most comfortable knife in existence. God, I love this thing. I think this is the Oni Artisan Cutlery S90V. Oni, I think it's a cool knife. I like this one a lot. Jan. This is the Jan. It's the Crane's Cutlery exclusive double Damasteel Jan EMV or EMX, EM something. Zircotai scales. It's a wild knife. 2 Damasteel blades. 1 Tanto, 1 drop point. Double frame lock. Double lock bar inserts. Nothing else like it. You can still buy these. Riot made. Really cool. You have to be okay with front flippers though, but really nice. The Psyop. Definitely worth checking out. 250 bucks from Vosteed. Definitely one of their best creations. That's a very cool knife. I wish this was not angled right here, but everything else is really cool. And if you don't like black and gold, you can get it in a stonewash. Crowd favorite, Hawk and Serge Panchenko Rook. Oh, God. With that weird orbit lock. God, that thing. This is so clicky. Listen. Love that thing. Also a crowd favorite, my really bizarre ball-back Damast Herman Mantis. The most beautiful. This is probably one of the most beautiful blades that I own. It's like rose Damast, which is different than well, it's a form of Damascus, but it's different than Damasteel. It's proprietary ball-back Damast. Beautiful, polished Zircotai scales, and then a flat magma Zircotai. That's what I call it. I set that Herman down hard on that. Did I just goof this up? Nah, we're good. It's got zirconium in it. Set it down hard on that titanium Ornis. Brown XL Cortex, which I've been EDCing and is wonderful. My custom River's Edge Cutlery PVD FDE exclusive 204P Shaman with custom black Cerakote titanium scales from Flightanium, MXG clip, and Flightanium backspacer. That was a fun build. Super cool. Definitely one of the coolest I'm gonna go ahead and say it's one of the coolest Shamans in existence. You can't buy it like this. I had to build it, but I mean, come on, all black hardware. That's super cool. Really fun one. SOCOM Bravo, Blackout, Tanto, Reich built, Skiff, Fugitive, beautiful, beautiful. God, Skiff knives. If you want a high quality American semi-custom, you got to be looking at Skiff, man. This guy's really going all out. I got some spit on it, sorry, but these Skiff knives are just insane. Doesn't matter which one, Fugitive, Drifter, whatever. Reich Thule G10 Integral for, I think these start at 125, 154 cm. This one's G10 and carbon fiber. I think this was 150. Really cool. Dirac Delta in bronze. And the Shirograph Soft Overkill. Micarta, titanium, and M398, I think. Super cool. Okay. Let's do this real quick. What time is it? Let's see. Yeah, 52. So we're going to end tonight at 8:10. The drawing's going to happen very soon. If you're just now coming here and you're like, how do I enter, right? If you're new to the live stream, if you're not new to the live streams, you already know what to do. If you're new, you have to do this. You can't just be commenting in chat and thinking you're entered. There's a link in the description. It's right at the top. Open it up. I'm not trying to trick you into buying anything. You don't have to do that. Open it up. click on the link and just leave a comment. It's just to keep all the comments in one place. I'm going to give you guys a little bit to do that. Be right back. All right. Before we draw, I want to let everybody know I do on Patreon. If you're not familiar, I do have a Patreon. What do I use the money for on Patreon? I buy knives. Very open about that. If you support me on Patreon, I'm going to use that money to buy knives, and I'm going to make content out of it. That's what I do there. But there's a lot of benefits on Patreon. It's actually linked right there at the top of the chat. For as little as $1 a month, literally all the tiers are the same, so you might as well join at $1. You'll gain access to private Discord, private Patreon chat. You'll gain access to private knife sales where I discount heavily a lot of really premium stuff, sometimes 50% off. You'll also gain access to once a week exclusive content, and more importantly, once a month exclusive Patreon giveaways. These are always awesome, but upcoming, if you've ever considered joining my Patreon, now would be the time. I am going to give away a very special knife for 500K. I hinted at this today on Patreon. There's something very, very special coming. There's competition there, but not as much as on the free giveaways that I'm doing tonight. But something very, very cool is coming to Patreon. So if you'd like to get in on that, even if, just for a month, it'll come up in the next couple of weeks. You can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and it's right there at the top of chat. Okay, I think everybody's had enough time to enter. So let's get these pouches out. We have 10 new pouches. I'm sorry, not 10, 20. Top row. Oh, God. Part of the bottom row. And the rest of it. Okay, so here's what we're doing tonight. That's how my giveaways work. I start with a group of 20 and we slowly whittle away at it over the course of multiple live streams. If your name is drawn tonight on the iPad, which I'm going to do here live, you get to select any 2 pouches. Whatever's in there is yours. I'll ship it off no later than Friday of next week. We'll exchange info, all that. But yeah, you get to pick any 2. There are budget knives in there. There are mid-range knives in there that are over $100, and there are a couple knives in there that are approaching or slightly over $300. So, either way, if you win, you get 2 free knives. They are all in Civivi or Sencut pouches on purpose so that there's no way to tell what's in there. Give me a sec. It's been 2 weeks, so I'm surely going to have to log back into Comment Picker. Comment Picker, if you're new, is a third-party website that just draws a random name from a select link. In this case, it'll be a YouTube, the private link that you entered under. All right. Oh, they changed this up. Oh, look at this. They changed it in the 2 weeks that I was gone. Okay, that's fine. Let me get the link real quick. Hold on. We're getting there. Okay, we got it. So let's navigate this new page. Number 1, we're going to refresh the page so everybody can see it's a fresh link. YouTube Comment Picker is a free tool. No, it's not. You guys are making me pay for it. That's a lie. Okay, so we're going to put the link right here. Here's the link. I'll let everybody see it. You can see there's the date, and there's the link and everything. Filter duplicate users is on. So that way, if you leave multiple comments, it doesn't increase your odds. Everybody's odds are the same. I think we're ready to go. Just get YouTube comments. Sorry, they've changed the layout. So we're going to generate those comments here real quick. $1,600, 1,643 comments with 1,500 people live and in chat. The first winner tonight, if you guys are ready, I'm going to hit it either way, is King Ace 9 with the level up logo there. Hopefully I win. I appreciate all the great content. King Ace 9, you did win. All we have to do is confirm that he's live in chat, and then we'll let him pick, and I'll get his. I'll give him my email address. There he is. He said, "What?" I love that, man, because nobody ever expects to win. I love it. King Ace. Oh man, 1 in 1,600, man. You did it. All right, buddy. So here's what I need from you. I need 2 selections. It can be 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. 1 through 10, 1 through 10. Give me 2 numbers and be specific on which rows. 1 top, 8 bottom. He wants 1 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on bottom. Here we go. First knife. The Migron Carex. Actually a really, really great budget knife. 14T20N, we have the 4-screen micarta titanium pocket clip. Nice, sort of, I guess, Warney Cliffy style blade, right? Nice joke up position. Just a really good budget knife. Second knife is, oh, he got one of the premium ones. God dang it, I only put 3 of these in here, man. It's a, it's a Peregrine too. Well, okay, it's semi-premium. I think these are like 170, 180, something like that. But we have, I believe they're M390. So titanium, and you got the compound ground blade, 180 bucks. Yeah. So yeah, definitely one of the nicer knives. This is definitely a nice hardcore user. It runs on phosphor bronze. So I would use the thumb stud. You're going to notice that in the action. It runs on phosphor bronze, but that is a very nice knife. So there you go. Congratulations. Gosh darn it. I always hope that the budget knives are chosen first. So all you got to do is email me at metalcomplex87 with your first and last name, your full shipping details, and the exact 2 knives that you want. Don't worry if I don't respond to you all the way up until Friday of next week. That doesn't mean I forgot about you. That's when I do the shipping. You'll get your shipping confirmation. You'll receive both knives with the packaging that I have. Sometimes it's the full box. Sometimes it's just a pouch. Joe, get the knives, and you'll get tracking info. Congratulations. Let me put your knives back in the pouch here. They're just going to stay in the Civivi pouches for now for safekeeping. And we'll pick the second winner. Okay, so we got 1 through 9 and 1 through 9. Lucky duck, yeah. Absolutely. Pick another winner. The second winner tonight. Am I out of beverage? It's a nice way to build tension here. All right. Shay DN7CZ. Happy Friday, y'all. Or Red S. Congratulations to Shay DN7CZ. Let's find them in the comments. Congratulations. Give them about a couple minutes. I'll give them a couple minutes here. And if they're not here, then we'll just move on to the next person. Nuh-uh, is that like actually Shay? Like 5969? Is that actually you? Hold on. I think so. Yeah, that's Shay, like actually Shay. Like the person who always donates the that's the person who always donates the memberships. Oh, great. Hey, you finally won. All right. They're here all the time. Excellent. For people confused, there's a difference between your visible username and like the way that YouTube identifies you. Sometimes it shows it, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, that's them. Excellent. Very good. All right. Shay, happy to give this one to you. You're here all the time, very generous, very deserving of a win. Not that anybody else who wins isn't, but 1 through 9, 1 through 9. Patrick, thanks for that gift. 3 and 6, please. We're all freaking out at my house. You're in the loudspeaker. That's so funny, man. I love the idea of everybody just losing their mind, not expecting it, but it counts anyway. 3 and 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's so cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let me just feel. Lightweight and medium weight. So knife number 1 is, oh, you got the Storm Howl. This is a 2-tone aluminum Storm Howl from Civivi. Actually one of the cooler releases. I love the textured aluminum and the 2-tone there. Really cool. I'm pretty sure those are 14C28N. They might be Nitro V. But you got that one. And then the other one here, what do we got? Oh, yeah, dude. I almost didn't put this one in here because I wanted to keep it, but this is a denim sheepdog with the black wash, 154 cm, and it has the love it freely, take it easy around the pivot. But really cool color combination, just like a super stylish pocket knife, and the best configuration for a sheepdog for sure, which is the non-flipper and opening hole. Very cool. 2 awesome EDC knives. I forget what, I know that this one is on the upper end of budget, and then I think this one might be a little over, but definitely 2 super cool knives. Congratulations. I'm happy that you won. Please, Shay, you know the drill. Email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, shipping info, and the 2 knives that you won, and you'll get a response from me no later than Friday of next week with your shipping confirmation and tracking info. Very cool. Awesome. All right, what do we got left here? 8:06. I got 4 minutes and I got to log off. Yeah, I love that sheepdog. God dang it. I was like, man, I kind of want to keep that. But I have so many, like, in my personal collection, I think I have 3 sheepdogs. And it was just tonight, I was trying to fill out these pouches, and I was like, yeah, that somebody would like that. It's just a cool color of my car to that denim and black. It just looks awesome. Yeah. Everybody always asks me to do one more. I have to drag this out because I'm still trying to accumulate the knives for the big giveaway. I'm glad you guys enjoy the giveaways. They're not going away. As long as companies continue to send me free stuff, I will pass that free stuff on to you guys. Thank you for those memberships. You'll know if you got a membership if your name in chat suddenly appears with a little helmet icon beside it. You'll start off with blue. So if you comment and you got a little helmet by your name, it means you got a membership. Or that you've already had a membership from something else. Jemias Vu says, I don't get it. Well, I mean, you enter a giveaway, and if your name's drawn and you get knives, I don't know. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are happy. I love doing the giveaways. I hope it's fun even if you don't win. I try to make it fun. I know it gets a little chaotic and we don't always talk knives. But I'm hoping you guys have fun. Congrats on the Seamaster. Love my Planet Ocean. I was really... Kyle, I see you got that max badge, man. That's awesome. You have that absolute maximum badge. I knew that I was eventually going to get one, and I thought, why wait? Like, I mean, I want this watch. I might as well just go for it. Celebrate with one more draw. Come on, you think you're gonna get me with peer pressure? Here, I'll do this. I'll do this. Here. How about 20 free memberships from me? We're gonna do 5, then 5, then 10. 5. 5. And we'll do one more group of 10 here. I do them like that because I get a certain amount of freebies every month, like that YouTube gives me. And they're in groups of 5, and then I pay for the second group of 10. I always do 10 every live stream. So there's 20 memberships from me. A couple of you commented, got them. Nice. Congrats. Hey, guys, this has been excellent. I am not going to slow down. This channel has a lot of life left in it. In fact, I feel like I'm just getting rolling here after a couple of those videos going super viral. I feel like I'm really fortunate that the algorithm is still favoring this silly knife channel. I say that because I know you guys like to watch the content, but it's just crazy that so many people like to watch knife content. So I'm going to continue to review knives, unbox knives, and do everything that you guys enjoy, the same stuff I've always enjoyed. I'm going to give away some awesome stuff here really soon, and I hope you all will stay with me on this absolutely insane path to like 1 million subs, which used to be completely and totally like a ridiculous idea that a knife channel could actually potentially reach that. We're halfway. And the channel is like ramping up, and the traffic is ramping up. So it's absolutely a realistic thing that could happen. And I hope you all will stay here with me and be a part of this, as this is wild. This is so crazy, and it's just an absolute blessing to enjoy my hobby as my job. And you guys make that possible. You guys are the sole reason that I'm able to do that. So thank you so much for coming to the live streams. Thank you so much for watching my content. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters, everybody, even the people that I argue with aggressively. Thank you so much for interacting with me in any way. You guys are awesome. That's going to be it for tonight. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.